Hey there, this is Mr. Mizerek with another yard chat right here in front of me. Looks like I found a grasshopper ghost. It's this white, kind of clear looking grasshopper. This actually isn't a grasshopper at all, but instead the outer exoskeleton of a grasshopper, and it's what's left over after a grasshopper molts or sheds its outer skin. Grasshoppers are insects, and insects are very similar to crabs and lobsters and spiders in that they are invertebrates, meaning they have no bones on the inside, and in order for them to grow, they have to shed their outer layer. Once they shed that outer layer, the softer body underneath grows a little bit. It eventually will harden and form another exoskeleton, and then the process will happen all over again, sometimes many times until that particular animal reaches adulthood. So luckily for me, as I was looking carefully on this tree, I saw this juvenile molt over here, and on the other side, I found an adult grasshopper hanging out on the branches. So this is the real deal right here. This is the actual grasshopper. Over on the other side, that was just the molt or the outer skin of when possibly this grasshopper right here was a lot younger. I don't know if it's the same grasshopper or not, but you get the idea. These grasshoppers, they can jump and fly short distances. I want to make sure I give it a respectful distance here. I don't want to scare it because it's hanging out in the shade on this hot day. But grasshoppers are pretty remarkable. They've got massive spring-like back legs that launch them into a one direction very rapidly, and then their wings will carry them short distances. They can fly in the same way that chickens can fly. They can do it, but you wouldn't necessarily say this is like a great example of an animal in flight. But as these guys are growing, they're going to molt, they're going to shed their outer layer, and then eventually they're going to get to this size right here, which if I was to measure, that's about 3 or 4 inches. That's a pretty big grasshopper. So next time you're looking underneath the leaves of a tree and you see what looks like a ghostly image of an insect, that's not an insect at all. That's just the outer skin or the molt of a juvenile as it was growing up. Hope you enjoyed. Check out some of the other yard chats on this channel for more info from my backyard.